Kicking it out here on the porch. Great. Pouring rain. 59 degrees. This damn YouTube end been sending out my notices when I come on live. Which isn't the end of the world, but makes it a little difficult to converse with people if nobody knows you're on. So I'll just kick it here. I think initially when you go on lives that I think there are bots that come on, just give you a thumbs up no matter what. Hey Frisky, how you doing? Pouring rain here. Out on my porch couch, kicking it. Rocking. Partying. What are you doing out there? Yeah, it really is clean here, yeah. Hey Jolene, how you doing? Yeah, you know, I've uploaded quite a few videos. I mean, I don't really care that people listen to them, but I'm going to keep uploading them one way or the other anyway. I do it anyway. But, yeah, actually, you got about another 30 hours of rain, which I'm fine with. Warm rain, you know, a little cooler tonight. I got a blanket and actually a winter coat on tonight. Yeah, I'm doing great, yeah. I couldn't be doing better. Not doing shit, just fucking off. Eating out, drinking good coffees. Just drive around, fucking around. Great. I'm going to Alabama next week. I'm staying at this hotel where a half mile is one of the best platforms to record trains, so I'm going to find a place to set my audio recorder up, get a lot of video, fuck around. Yeah, do better. I don't really want to do better. I just want to party on the porch. Just got done watching Slaughterhouse-Five. Kurt Vonnegut. 1972 it came out. I got interested in it because Glenn Gould played the piano. Not much. It was mostly at the beginning. It's good, though. Crazy movie. It reminds me of a Clockwork Orange. It was banned when it came out. How's the sober life treating you? Can you hear that rain now? No bugs, Frisky. Oh, I'll check it out. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, I'll check it out. Now that's sober from what? Oh, okay. Oh, good for you. Was that a like a Al-Anon program, or you just did it on your own? Oh, okay. Good. How long were you on that? You know, some of the working girls I used to talk to were worried about ever finding a replacement for being high. And have you come up with one, or is just not being addicted good enough? Wow. Uh, a lot of the girls I would have interviewed, they were worried about ever feeling as good as they were when they were addicted, about finding something that could compare to that. Were you able to find some kind of replacement other than just sobriety and good health? You know, to ring that bell? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an honest answer. Right. Now, have good things come along with your sobriety other than, less potential for getting in trouble? And what was hey Pug, how you doing? What was the impetus for just deciding to become sober? Was there any like motive for this? Oh, okay. And how about relationships? Do you keep in touch with anybody from that life? How you doing, Pug? Kicking it? Oh, okay, good for you. Yeah, it's raining. Gonna get like 30 more hours of rain. Not a real beating, but just a steady rain. I like the rain. I have my windows open like all the time. Oh, hockey. Okay. I like this big couch. I just lay out here all the time, constantly. I just got done watching a movie, Slaughterhouse 5. Hey, Tim, how you doing? I have, yeah. I sleep on it a lot, yeah. I do. I never hardly sleep the whole night, though. And I really can't tell you why. I think for some reason I don't know, I just think that I'm going to wake up when the sun comes up. and I don't want to do that. So I usually get up, like I'll fall asleep, like say I fell asleep like at midnight. I'd get up like at 2 and I'd go to bed, my regular bed. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking, Jolene? You got time. I'd try and look into something like self-employment wise. You got plenty of time. Yeah, it happens a lot. Vultures wanting breakfast. They'll go over at Marty's house and then come over here if he's not home. Cute. Hey, did you get a chance to see that snake video? I've been trying to do that since I got here. Yeah, cleaning business, there's good money in that. Yeah. No money in door dashing. Do the cleaning business. I would do the DoorDash to supplement or early on cleaning business. Do commercial too, not private houses. I know a couple of people that made crazy money in cleaning businesses. Yeah, check it out. I did it yesterday. Copperhead snake. Yeah, that's what I do. There's no money in that door dashing. I mean, it seems like there is, but they've tricked everybody into working for nothing. Same with Amazon deliveries. They keep the waters muddied, and you never really know where you stand. It's like trading in a car. It's not like going to a place of employment and they pay you 14 or 16 or 18 an hour. It's all muddied up with what seems like good money, and then you consider the wear and tear on your car, the depreciation, the cost of insurance, fuel, plus your time. I think I would spend the least amount of time doing that I could. No, no. What is as good as it was? You know, there's weird times now. 41, you got time. Just think you could be dead. So look at it all as, positive. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on the internet. Yeah, kicked all the homeless out. I saw that. I mean, this homeless thing's a issue, man. I'm not really sure how to feel about that. I mean, it's like a lot of things. I think you just should attack it head on. It's like you're not going to get out of the expense of what these people create anyway. So I think you might as well head it off at the pass and try and make them productive working people contributing to the big system, because it's the best for society overall. Too expensive, Jolene. Too expensive. Liability mainly. Climate control. Flat roofs. Crazy expense. I mean, it sounds like a good idea if money's no object. I think the way out of this is for people to step up and become sponsors of homeless people. Individuals, private people. Hey, Keith. That are willing to like mentor people back into society. Maybe give tax credit for it. I wouldn't take one, but there has to be an incentive both ways, because it's not going to fix itself. Hey, Gary. Well, thank you. You must be talking about my audio videos of the frogs. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really do too many interviews anymore. Yeah, they really do. I say, I was discussing this with somebody today. I mean, theoretically, prison is designed for punishment. You fuck up, you get put in a cell, and you're punished. But over the years, the caveat to that is society has realized when you get a bunch of people in their 50s with no experience that get out of prison, for a lack of a better word, you're stuck with them, and that's a problem. I mean, you got to get people, contributing and not just milking Medicare dry. Yeah, I do too, but it's like a lot of things in life. You quit uh, drugs, and I moved on. I didn't really want to. I mean, it was like a lot of reasons. One, it became unsafe. Two, the area changed. Three, nobody really got better. And four, I just got tired of being lied to. Yeah, I don't really think they want that. I think the inmates want to return. I don't think the system does. Yeah, Keith, yeah, I'm for the tariffs to tell you the truth. I think they're going to force other countries' hands. And I mean, look, this is part of the reason why we're in the shape we're in is because there are no meaningful jobs here. Unless you're, some specialist or a nurse or a doctor or some fucking IT guy. All these great jobs for the uneducated middle class are gone. And that's what your experience is now. So I say yeah for the tariffs. It's certainly worth an experiment. Yeah, no, you're right about that, Jolene. Yeah. No, we don't make anything. But part of the reason for that, honestly, we're experiencing, I think, the downside of capitalism. I mean, I'm all for it. I'll probably go to my grave as a capitalist. But this is the downside of it. When you've got a worldwide economy and you've got people over in Asian countries working for 80% less to keep things priced. Look at Walmart. I mean, you couldn't have been a company in a better position for the current economy. So I think that this is the downside of capitalism. Before it was, capitalism within your country, and now it's globalization. And that's a problem locally when you have high labor costs like the United States. Oh, good for you, Jolene. Congratulations. That's quite an accomplishment you have. And you're still amongst the living, which is hard to do. I counted one night thinking about all the people I interviewed, and I think about a third of them are dead. You know, overdoses, murdered, hit by cars, disappeared. Nobody know what happened to them. Uh, a litany of things. It's a shitty fucking life. Yeah, I wouldn't feel guilty about it though. I mean, I'm not a religious guy. I mean, I don't find any intrinsic meaning to, you know, stuff like that. I mean, who knows? I don't know that you'll ever get an accurate answer. But you are, and you can deal with it, and it'll help you reflect. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd ever be a victim of survivor's guilt. I don't think it really works that way. I would just go with it. And, I mean, nobody will ever know the answer to that. You had enough experience, wherewithal, true grit, motivation, whatever. I mean, it's a big amalgam of a lot of things that for the haves and the have-nots to escape that lifestyle. I mean, I think you could be like a better person than you would have been otherwise if it's used appropriately. Yeah, well, yeah, hoping that's a good reason. Yeah, I mean, you could like be better than you would be overall. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Bug. You mean, was he at, what's the fucking name of that place? What was the name of that plant, Pug? Uh, God damn it. I'm trying to think of the name of that plant. That big GM plant they closed down. Yeah, the guy lives down the street from me. His brother retired from there. Hey, Pug, will you just Google it? Will you put big GM plant uh, closed near Atlanta? Oh, Vegas is super cool. I used to go there and get lost. Yeah, I used to go out to Las Vegas, and I think it's a great place to get lost and just not know anybody and fuck around. You'll be able to visit again. No, it wasn't Lakewood. It's huge. Usually I know the name of it. What the fuck is the name of that? Huge plant that was closed down. Yeah, good for you. It wasn't your last, and that's what's important. You got to think positive. What was the name of that fucking place, man? Could somebody look that up? It's that huge GM plant that was closed. Doraville, yeah. Yeah, Doraville. Yep. Yeah, that's it, Doraville. Yeah. Oh, you had a preview of things to come. Jolene. I always think of that Dolly Parton song. You got to give old Dolly enough credit to come from like a Southern Baptist upbringing, and yet she had enough common sense to put on a big pair of gigantic tits to pave the way for stardom. Oh, really? Yeah, no, that's kind of true. That makes sense. Yeah, it kind of makes sense to me. I just think that boredom is, yeah, it fucking sucks. Oh, did he? Oh, that was cool of him. Yeah, I like Dolly. She lied about those big fake tits for years. Yeah, I think she's cool. Oh, a trigger? Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I was like a super, like, like I was that kind of that way too, especially when I was younger. I mean, that's why I'm older now, and in some aspects it's good. I mean, being younger and bored and like being a trigger was better in a lot of ways, but there are definitely things that are better. Like I read a lot more now. I don't let my emotions fuck with me as much. I spend a lot less money on blowjobs. I never consider that a problem. Yeah, it's a bitch. It really is. Boredom is bad all the way around, right? Whether you're young or whether you're old. But the problem is eventually if you let it get out of hand and you're bored and you get old, then you're really fucked. Because at least when you're young, you can like bust out and do some crazy shit and, keep it in check and promise not to do it again until you do it again. But when you're old, you're just kind of fucked. I was just looking up in that movie, Slaughterhouse Five was what's that fucking actress's name? Perrine, Perrine, and just fucking super cute. Never got married. Not that that means a fucking thing. Made a ton of money, but now she's an old lady with no teeth. With I think she's got some kind of dementia, and but if she hadn't made a lot of money and like scored in the entertainment business, and if she was old and broke and still had dementia, still had no teeth, she considered herself a failure. So she kind of, in a way, at least financially, went full circle. And I'd love to get her sentiments with regard to where she's at mentally in life. A book was published about her a couple of years ago, and I normally don't have an interest in things like that, but she would be like 20 years older than me, or something right around there, 15, and I would think for somebody like the one that was in that song, White Snake song, "This Is Love," Katayan. Just good-looking women that at a time, probably had a lot of opportunities. And, you can argue it either way. I mean, if you had like a super good life for 30 years and, were with every guy that you wanted to be with, that's great why it's happening. But what happens when it wears out? And I just deep down would like to know if they're bitter old ladies or, wish they were holding hands with some old fucker. I think it gets to a point where it doesn't matter. I mean, you just can't keep expecting to do these good things for eternity. I know my flame's about ready to get stamped out for good. But, like, right now I'm cool with it because it's not over yet. But I don't know that when I'm just, like, wearing a diaper, that I'm going to be so amenable to verbalizing it in a way that seems okay. Yeah, I bet that's a great movie. I kind of like this Pamela Anderson. I remember reading an article one time when I was young. Jamie Lee Curtis had her legs insured. 69. Gonna be tits up pretty soon. Hey, I bought a 1964 Chevrolet Bel Air. I got ghetto wheels on it, rims. It's got the original radio, 38,000 original miles. Start driving it. 80, good for you, Gary. Wow. I don't know if I want to live till 80 or not. Yeah, it's a great movie. Actually, I just ordered the DVD. I'm going to watch it again, and I'm going to 1964. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to send it to Stephanie. 1964. Paid $6,500 for it. I put a video up of it the other day, but I didn't think I was going to buy it at the time. Everything works. Actually, it's got a rebuilt engine. 6-cylinder. That is one of the more unpopular cars. It's a 4-door, not a 2-door. Yeah, I wouldn't look at it that way. I mean, it's not like now as it used to be. Like if I was this age, like 40 years ago, I'd be in a fucking assisted living care facility. I can't quite figure it out, Yeah, I mean, good luck with that. I mean, you can have these thoughts, but life just kind of has a way of like taking you. I hope you're lucky, is what I hope. Yeah, it's a cool looking car. I did a little video of it the other day, a couple days ago. Now, I asked the guy, you want to sell this fucking thing? And he said, yeah, not really. I said, well, here's my number. And he called me the next day. Oh, good for you, Gary. Good for you. Well, you can't beat that. 80. No, I'm the same way. Yeah, don't feel bad. Me either. No, I thought the same thing. I've been so fucking lucky, it's ridiculous. And I'm not religious, so it's got to be lucky. Yeah, that can always change. I mean, you read these bullshit books about luck is what you make. Fuck it. Yeah, I can't quite figure this guy out that owns it. He's changed his stories a couple times how he got it. I don't know what to believe on this fucking guy. I thought about buying these cars and just reselling them. Oh, you are religious? Oh, okay, good for you. Yeah, I'm not. Hey, Rob, how you doing? Yeah, no, I think that too. I never thought I'd live this long, tell you the truth. I can't believe I made it this long, really. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? So, are you a Christian, Jolene? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, good for you. I had a lot of good friends. Well, two really good friends that were men of the cloth, actually, for a career. Yeah, I don't either. I'm not saying it's not true. I just think Christianity is a lifestyle as well as a belief. Oh, 90, God, please don't say that. Oh, God. I don't want to live till 90. Fuck no. God damn. But so far, so good. This has been a great 3 year distraction. I never thought in a million years I'd be living down here. Fucking A. It's crazy how your life can take twists and turns. Yeah, you'll be able to be independent. Yeah, I got a couple emails from people today. I want to know if I felt it. Nothing. No. Nope. No, not a thing. Atlanta's 90 miles west of me, so maybe that's why. Oh, wow. Well, I'm going to be in Alabama next week, Birmingham. I'm going to be like fucking around for 3 days straight. If you get a chance here, they got a couple locations. Get Hattie B's chicken. Hattie B's. It's the best chicken you'll ever eat in your life. It's a chain, but they're really good. Hattie B's. What's this guy, a Russian or something? Oh, Marietta? Oh, good for you. Now, are you dating at all, Jolene? Do you have a boyfriend? Oh, good. Oh, congratulations. Wow. So he's been with you through this whole thing, huh? Wow. Good for you. Has he been supportive? I'm assuming he has, which is why you're still with him. Oh, good. Good for you. Yeah, it is rare. Yeah, it sure is. Good for you. I thought it was great. Reminds me of A Clockwork Orange. It was banned at the time, and actually was a flop at the box office. But I think that's because they, just fucked him over in the PR. It's got a great Rotten Tomatoes score, and I thought it was way ahead of its time. I highly recommend it. If you want it, I'll mail you the motherfucker because I'll never watch it again. I got it in a DVD because, as I said, Glenn Gould played the piano on it. Oh, good. How's the son doing? How is the son doing? I'm not sure on that. Oh, good for you, Joey. Oh, good. Yeah, this is like that Clockwork Orange. I thought it was really good. I liked it. I don't watch too many movies. And I actually watch that from beginning to end. Oh, good, Jolene. That's nice. Now, where are you living now, Jolene? Oh, okay. Oh, good. Oh, Michigan. What town? What town? Yeah. People can change. Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay. Well, congratulations again. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. Oh, good. Where's Randy's restaurant? When did that open? Is that new? No, it's not easy. I never really got into that stuff, thank God. Yeah, I agree, Jolene. He's giving you a motivation. I hadn't had a drink in a year because not that I had a problem with it, but I thought it was hurting my stomach. I was having like a stomach issue. And then I found out that it wasn't that, but I just didn't drink anyway. And then my stomach problem went away, and I lost some weight. And then I just like ate healthier. And then I just got thinking like I kind of missed like wine. So about a week ago, I drank some wine. It was great. Then I had a couple Dragon's Milk. It was good. Then I've had a couple more since, and I just don't think I like it that much. I don't think I can take drinking anymore, to be honest with you. Even if I just have one or two, I just don't feel as good the next day. So I think I'll quit it again. Oh, okay. I mean, I like the feeling drinking, not like getting sloshed, but just a little bit. But I think I might have to quit it again. Yeah, I mean, that's the difference in like a person that my parents were both alcoholics. They just can't stop. I can stop though. I mean, I guess I'm lucky. I just think that even way before it becoming a problem, it's just like I can't handle it. Oh, Bart's Produce. I don't know where that is. Those people that sell all those vegetables and stuff there, right on near Prudenville line. Isn't that Prudenville? Oh, okay, good. So are you like kind of a teetotaler now, Jolene? Teetotaler? Like, do you do gummies or anything? Yeah, they're fuckers at that place, man. Real assholes. They were advertising Traverse City cherries, and I knew it was bullshit because Traverse City didn't even have cherries. So then I called them up, and they got really shitty with me on the phone. And then they said that the cherries were in Traverse City. They weren't from Traverse City, and the conversation just went all downhill after that. So I turned them into the state for lying. But as it turns out, the state really can't do shit. Yeah, I never smoked pot. Oh, okay, Jolene. Yeah, I had a few of them. I could take them or leave them. I mean. Wow, no kidding, bud. Why would you almost drown from that? Oh, okay. Oh, went down wrong. Yeah, it's possible. They say you can drown like in like 2 ounces of water or something. Yeah, I don't like it either. I'll drink it in a margarita here and there. Hey, Lucid, how you doing? How's that job going? You still liking it? How's everything going? Oh, okay. Still do that, I think. Yeah, I don't like it either. Somebody told me like really high end tequila is like different, but I never really had any really high end tequila. Yeah, you're right, Lucid. Yeah. No, and another thing, movies like depict drowning falsely. Actually, you just take a couple deep gulps of water and you go under the surface. No screaming, no yelling, no hands waving, no nothing. And they find you floating. Yeah, that's no bullshit. You look on YouTube at videos of kids drowning and they just slip under the water. And it's hard to notice. When I was up in Michigan, Frisky knows about this because she asked quite a few questions about it. There were kids drowning up there at that state park. And I thought, this is fucking bullshit, man. And it's summertime. You got, like, not the most educated parents. So Prisky knows about this because I know she talked to me about it. So I went out there in the winter and I drilled holes in the ice. and I videotaped where the kids were drowning. And it made sense because the signs that they posted in the water, I felt, were in the wrong places. You could sit there on the beach and you'd see people 300 yards out, up the water up to their waist. But prior to that, you'd see signs that said, be careful, this, that. And it was just a fucked up system. So I went out there, I videotaped it, uploaded them to YouTube, contacted the state and said, hey, stupid motherfuckers, you've got these signs in the wrong places. And now that I've posted this and I've made you aware of it, you're on notice. There were 2 kids that drowned there last year. And if they drowned again, I'm going to make sure that when I find out about it, I'm going to forward this to the parents so they can get an attorney, because now there's foreseeability. You had these signs in the wrong places. And because of that, there's been 2 kids that are drowned that may not have drowned otherwise. About a month later, the state contacted me. And they asked me if they could use my videos for I don't know what. I had the federal government contact me too about using record ice in Lake Huron for something too, which I'm all for, like totally for it. Yeah, no problem. And the next summer the state went out and moved all those signs. Yeah, they did. And that was a good feeling. It was a great feeling. I don't think you need to have any statue made of me or a parade, but I called their ass out on that. And there's a lot of shit like that. And I tell everybody else out there too. I was in Cleveland one time when my sister was going to Cleveland Clinic, and I go down to Edgewater, which is kind of like that, not great of a place. And they've got a gale warning, just like crazy wind, and the wind was coming right out of the north. And I guess you could say it doesn't matter, but it kind of does, because there's a lot of people from Euclid, which was an impoverished area around Cleveland, poor people. And there's a family down there with these kids in the water. And I've read a lot about this shit. And I've been to places where people drowned, and like this, what I just told you about, Lake Huron. And I see these 2 kids fucking around this water, and they've got gale warnings. Do not swim. Well, that was a place where they didn't have any lifeguards. So these kids were in the water, so I go down there. I'm kind of like a confrontational guy. If it goes that way, fine. If it doesn't, that's good too, because I'm trying to do a good deed. So I go up there, and the lady's there. I don't know if it was the mom or not. And I said, hey, this is none of my business, but those kids shouldn't be in there. I mean, I don't think you really understand this riptide stuff with regard to wind coming from the north, and like, it'll take your goddamn kids out there and drown them, man. You're not going to do shit. You know what she told me? Mind my own fucking business. It's like, okay, I will, but, okay, I will. So I sat there, and I stayed for about another hour. She came up to me before I left and apologized and took her kids out of the water. Good night, Jolene. Good luck and congratulations. I've seen stuff like that before. I've seen people in airplanes a couple times at different places in private fields, and I was like, hey, it's not my business, but man, I see how many people you have in that airplane, and you got 50-foot trees to clear at the end of that runway, and I'd be surprised you're going to be able to do that with that load under these conditions. And they did not take off. I goddamn near killed myself, my wife, and her girlfriend in a similar scenario. It can happen to you. I tell people all the time. I did it the other day getting a coffee down in Thompson. Poor little Asian girl from Vietnam, working in a nail salon, just doing a good deed, coming across the street, getting her coworkers coffee. And it's a terrible place to cross the street. No light, no crosswalk, and a hill. And I told her, hey, it's not my business, but do not do this. You eventually are going to get run over. I promise you. There's no left-hand turn lane. You know, it's so busy there. What happens is people like her go out and stand in the center line until the traffic the other way clears. That will get you over time. I used to do it in West Branch, too, at Tim Hortons. I'd go up to people all the time. A bus would come in. 30 of them would go to Wendy's, 20 would go to McDonald's, and then the other 30 would want to cross the street to Burger King. And I'd walk up and I'd tell them, too, it's like, hey, you guys, do not cross the highway here. You're going to get fucking killed. I'd even make up stories about people that got killed that didn't. More than really did, because I didn't want them crossing there. Fuck yeah, they will. Absolutely right. Yeah, trying to cross on a busy street. That's exactly right. You don't get it. It gets people too on railroad bridges that cross rivers. Your brain, same with expressways. Your brain does a terrible job at calculating speed when you don't have anything to compare it against. In other words, if you're crossing an expressway and there's houses that are right up next to the highway and your brain is calculating how fast the cars are going by the houses, you stand a chance. But if it's out in the open, which it is because it's an expressway, or if it's a train in the middle of nowhere and you're just looking at it dead on and you don't see it flying by things that your brain can calculate, that'll get your ass too. I saw that, Tim. Yeah, I know, that sucks. Same thing too with people kayaking in the Detroit River in the winter. It is cool looking. There's ice flows, and you just get in your kayak. Yeah, you wait till you tip over, and nobody sees you. You got about 4 minutes before you can't swim anymore. All they have to do is have that. And there was a lawsuit over this. Is that they do have to have lights, and they have to have that triangle orange sign in the back. But I think it's just honestly, I think bicycles shouldn't be allowed to ride on the highway. It's for cars. These people are clueless too. You'd have to be out of your fucking mind to be riding a 10-speed bicycle along the side of a busy road. When I was living in Chicago, one or two a week would get killed. No, they don't. No, they just pull over to the right as far as they can and hope for the best. It's crazy. I see these crazy people around here riding these bikes with busy highways. Are nuts. Yeah, I saw two of those F-18s fell off ships. Yeah, like, $80 million each. But now you can get into the service without a GED. Did you know that? Yeah, they do. They do. In Chicago, when somebody got hit on a bike, you got an old bike and you spray painted it white and you chained it to the closest fixed object to where they got killed. They were all over Chicago. I mean, just crazy. Just everywhere. When I was living in Ann Arbor, there was a girl that was in her last year of medical school. Hey, you're smart enough to get into a competitive program like that, put up with all the bullshit. You're close to graduating, and you're stupid enough to ride a fucking bike during rush hour down Washington Highway. And sure enough, it killed her. No, you don't need a GED. Nope. You can get in without a GED. No shit. They've lowered the standards because people just aren't doing it anymore. Anti-military, love, not war, or just a combination of things. No, you're not going to get in there and, be an ROTC or a fighter pilot slot, but you can get in there. Probably not, yeah. I wouldn't do it. The benefits aren't that great anymore anyway. They used to pay a bunch of stuff, but they don't anymore. The GI Bill, fuck that. Honestly, if you look at like who goes in actual combat, now this sounds stupid, but it's logical, whether you like it or not. But they got the dumbest people in the infantry, which makes sense. I mean, if you're a culture, a society, and you got a bunch of people in the infantry and you want them catching bullets, I mean, would you put the valedictorians? Fuck no. I mean, I still think it's fucked up, but it makes sense. Besides, physically fit, maybe you don't need to be physically fit. I mean, who the hell is running across a mile of dirt now and getting in hand-to-hand combat? It's all fucking drones and fucking joysticks and, putting bombs in the ground out of a pickup truck. I mean, maybe you don't need to be in physical shape anymore. Oh, okay. But I wouldn't join the service. No fucking way. You want to listen to some really interesting interviews? Go on and listen to those old World War II fighter pilots on YouTube. Man, I listened to those damn things from the beginning to the end. They're so damn interesting. These guys had like super balls. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. You were aware of it and decided to do something else. Yeah. Yeah, I almost did it one time. If I had to do all over again, of course, this doesn't mean anything now, right? I would have quit high school because back then you could quit and go in the service. I mean, my whole high school time was a total waste of time. I didn't learn anything. At least I could have like went in. Back then you could go in the service for a couple of years, travel around. Fuck yeah. Wish I would have had. That's my only regret in life. I really don't have any other than that. And that is not quitting high school. Yeah, they sure were. I mean, these guys got super balls. Real humble, good guys. Really like, but the motive was clear back then. It was like the red, white, and blue democracy. It wasn't what we have now. I mean, I'd have mixed feelings about, being balls out and laying my life on the line now for apple pie and General Motors. So it turns out nobody eats apple pie anymore, and General Motors has been bankrupt twice. Fuck it. Did you watch that movie Full Metal Jacket when they went around and interviewed those guys and like why they were fighting? That was a good movie. Watch this. This movie was good tonight. I had a good time watching it. Lucid's that job still going well? You doing fine out there? Yeah, I think they would. Yeah, good for you. See how what a good mood you're in now, and like you're motivated. And don't you agree that weekends have more value now that you're working? That Saturday and Sunday are much better after working all week than they were when you weren't. Yeah, that's good. Now, has your like has I never thought you had a bad relationship, but has your family life like gotten better since you're working? Has it gotten better? Oh, good for you. Been a blessing. Well, that's good. Yeah, I say, I keep thinking about going back to work, but I would for the right thing because I'm telling you, man, nothing replaces work as far as self-satisfaction. And like vacations and days off don't mean much when you don't work. But there's never a better feeling in the world than a sense of accomplishment from doing a job well. And then the end of the week comes and the weekend, you feel like there's just something different about it. You feel like you deserve it. Your relaxation's so much better because you're going back to work in a couple of days. It's just the way to go, I think. Yeah, I know what you mean, hey Pug. Yeah, welcome to life, huh? Well, good luck, Lucy. I've been fucking around with that lucid dream stuff lately. It's been pretty well, worked pretty well. It's a real discipline, though. It's just like working out, but it's affected my dreams at night, like the things I think of, and you know, I think I'm controlling what I experience in my dreams more. No, that happens to a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, it isn't because anything's really wrong. I mean, you're about that age now, or this happens to a lot of people. I get it. You guys should, yeah, I live with my best friend. Yeah, I know what that's like. That's all. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, it sounds crude, but it sounds crude, but uh, I mean, this is just my life experience. Like, my wife was actually my best friend before I banged her one night after getting drunk. You know how that changes things. And then I just kind of went with it. But I mean, this sounds like so crude, but I'm going to this has been my experience. But, when the sex heads down the fucking pike and you're not having it anymore and you don't really want it anymore and you don't want to go to marriage counseling because no matter what, it's not like it's going to be something as simple as new positions or any of that fucking shit or a weekend away without the kids. And you're just like, I don't think so. To me, once that's like, that ship has sailed, it's like roommate city. There's no like passion, there's no romance. There's like no new positions. They're not blowing you driving down the road. They're not sucking you off at the rest stop. Yeah, diabetes will do it. That is no kidding. Type 1 and type 2. That's the first thing that goes. But I don't know this for sure, but I think, hey Sunkist, how you doing? I think I think Viagra even works for type 1 diabetes, but I might be wrong. I know it works for type 2, which is like night and day. But I mean, honestly, I mean, I thought I had an attractive wife. I know other guys did too. And it just got to where, fuck, man. I just got sick of it, man. I mean, it's terrible. Yeah, prostate cancer will do it too. That's exactly right. Cost you your heart in. Yeah. That's the first thing that goes on to type 1 diabetes. You can't get a heart in. Yeah, but let me tell you something, man. I mean, I guess you could say luckily that hasn't affected me because I don't have diabetes. You know, I probably jack off too much, but if I had a new girlfriend or something, which I don't want that either, I'd probably back off. You know, that's the first thing they'll tell you to quit doing if you go to a fertility clinic. But like Sunkissed, I'm pretty sure you have an older boyfriend. Yeah, and once that prostate cancer, yeah, that. But let me tell you, once you've been with somebody 20 or 25 years, that old dick isn't going to get as hard as it should anyway, irregardless of what somebody has. I mean, this sounds so crude and terrible, but from a guy's perspective, and this is like talking to another guy, a lot of guys in my life, in my own sexual experience. Hey, Murph, once you get tired of fucking these broads, and I'm sure you women think the same thing. I mean, the last fucking thing I want to take is Viagra. It's not just getting a hard on. You're just fucking sick of it. You're bored. I know it sounds terrible. It sucks that this happens, but I know a lot of guys that it happens to. So even though it's depressing and philosophically, you can say, well, if it wasn't for prostate cancer and diabetes, that our life would be great. Well, maybe it would be, but statistically, I would argue otherwise. Yeah, he's older. Yeah, I know. But you know, I know this sounds terrible, and I'm not trying to make you feel better through bullshit, but something was going to happen anyway. I mean, these stupid commercials make it look like, that all you need is like new stimulus or fuck that. I went to marriage counseling one time, and it's like, I told the counselor, you talk with your wife and then you talk with them individually. I said, I am not paying you $220 an hour to try and figure out ways to have sex with my wife. I don't want to do it. I'm sick of it. Yeah, no, it's a gland. Yeah, prostate gland. Yeah. Yeah, once that chemotherapy, what it does is it deadens the nerve. It deadens the nerves through the surgery. You can't get a hard on. Now, here's the thing that I've always thought of. Like, if you were young and you just started dating and you were attracted to each other, and let's say the guy you ended up with, like lucid dreaming and sun-kissed, and let's say you just started dating, you're super attracted to each other. The guy can't get a fucking hard on. I mean, he'd be eating you out like a motherfucker all the time because he liked you and you liked that, and your sex life would be fucking great. But it seems like once you get on the backside of like 10 years in intercourse a million times behind you, the guys don't want to do that shit anymore. Yeah, you just get tired of it. I don't know why this is, you guys. I mean, this sounds fucking terrible, I know. But I mean, I talk to guys about this. Like, I just don't think there's anybody out there that's been with the same woman like 20 years eating her out. I know it sounds fucked up, but it should make you feel better because now I see girls in the mall all the time, in the gas station, at the bookstore. I'd fucking eat them out right then and there before the store closed. This sounds so fucked up. I'm just telling you how men think. I don't know why it's like this. I wish it wasn't. Like, I wish that fat girls didn't depress me. I'd have a fucking 20 girlfriends, but I can't do it. I mean, I don't know why. Evolutionary, what? No, not at the beginning. Yeah. Well, welcome to the. Thank you, Hey Bun. Yeah, you get this age, you'd rather eat a fucking Cinnabon than. than put the cock to these girls. It's true though. If you all you women out there, I hope you feel comfortable enough to you were helping marriages. Fuck yeah. I had a smart old Jewish lady tell me when I was young with a PhD that fucking horror houses saved more marriages than they ever broke up, and I believe that. It sounded like nonsense at the time. Fuck yeah. Hey Hank. No, I don't watch that like I used to. I kind of lost interest in it. Bunch of old has-been motherfuckers lost as many fights as they won. It doesn't interest me that much anymore. Even boxing's gone to shit. The fucking Ryan Garcia losing to Raleigh Romero. I mean, what the fuck? No, I'll tell you the truth. Don't feel bad, women. Like you got some questions. Or you just fucking ask me. I'll tell you the fucking truth. My experience and my buddy's experience, plus what I've read in professional publications. You know, I had an old guy tell me when I was in the 11th grade. Here's two examples. He showed me a attractive woman. He said, "You see her?" It's like, yeah. He said, "Somebody's tired of fucking her." It's like, no way. He said, "Yeah." He was right. And he told me too. He said, "If you're ever tired of fucking your wife, I'll find you a neighbor that will." Words of wisdom. I mean, this sounds crude and crass and, perverted and all that fucking shit, but I'm telling you, man. Once you've been married 10 years, the Victoria's Secrets, I don't want to see my wife in that. I want to see the neighbor lady or her girlfriends. It's just the way it is. There are exceptions. There's some son of a bitch out there that's been banging the same old snatch for 50 years. It's as happy today as he was from the first time they fucked, but they're far and few between. Well, I mean, I'm a bad guy to ask because I never really liked it that much to begin with. I can remember talking to a buddy of mine. It was about the time we both just started fucking. He was fucking in the 11th grade. I wasn't till I was 19. And we were talking about it, and I was always a blowjob guy. And and I remember we talked for about a half hour, and he said, and I couldn't figure out why a lot of these young guys, uh, yeah, you're right, hey pug, were getting these girls pregnant because I thought there is no fucking way. Now it only takes one sperm, but I was trying to get out of fucking them any way I could, even when I was young. I was always really into blowjobs. But if they were into intercourse like I was into blowjobs, I can see how accidents were happened because that fucking sperm's creeping out of there through that pre-cum, and especially if you're drinking. I mean, if you're drinking or you're fucked up or smoking marijuana, I never fucked with drugs. I didn't even drink till I was like 25, and I really never drank too much when I was having sex. But I can imagine, like, now that I'm older, after a couple Dragon's Milks, fuck, I'd probably have fucking 20,000 fucking sperm in their vagina before I pulled out. Because your reactions get delayed. So I can see why, there's all these women getting pregnant through intercourse. But honestly, I was never really into it that much. I don't want to say it was dirty or anything like that. I sold it to people like I didn't want to, accidental pregnancy, but I just never really liked it that much. I mean, it was okay, but I was way more into blowjobs. And as I got older, I never really had intercourse. Last time I fucked was 1999, and I tried to get out of it then. I did, and I had cute girlfriends. I just wasn't into it. And like Sunkiss says, I know there are women out there that just love to give head. Unfortunately, it's a low percentage. But they're out there. It's just hard to find them. Like I tell people, if you really got a penchant for certain sexual shit, just keep looking because they're out there. There are true bisexuals. There are women that'll suck cocks while you watch. There are women that'll go fucking have affairs with women and come back and you tell you about it while you're banging them. There are husbands that allow their wives to go out and have sex with other men. I have a girl that's probably given me 100 blowjobs. Happily married. I know her husband. They're great. And the only deal is that she gets to film 10 minutes on a phone. So when you run into like a goody two shoes that thinks that you're nuts and you need a psychiatrist and why don't you go find that? Go find that. I can tell you from experience, they're out there. Yeah. Yeah, I tried getting out of it. No, I wasn't out of it, man. I was trying to get out of it back then. I mean, that had something to do, like, as my marriage. But I honestly, you know how it is. It's like people like different things. So with me, I was more interested in porn than real sex anyway. So, I would like, it's like gay guys. They're experts at figuring out where you're coming from sexually. They'll know in 90 seconds, no matter where you meet them. Italy, California, Toledo, Ohio. They're going to come up with enough comments and questions to figure out where you're coming from. It's like, hey, you got a girlfriend? Yeah, it's like she's working. Well, game over. It's like, no, I don't have a girlfriend. It's like, have you ever had one? No. Do you want one? No. Well, there you go. Now it's time to move on to plan B. Now it's like from some nude camping at a gay retreat. There's ways to figure this fucking shit out. I'm just saying that statistically, you know, at least 25 years ago, you would coin me as like a selfish guy. That I was only interested in myself, and that's not really it. It's like, I mean, if I was dating you and I liked you a lot and you gave good head, I mean, I'd pay $1,500 to have some fucking good looking valet fucking bang you. Just not me. So, I mean, you can't call me selfish then. All as I tell people is if you're really into certain shit, go find it. It's out there. It's not easy. I mean, that's why I never like fucking around with dating sites and shit. I mean, you'll fuck around for a goddamn 3 fucking months and find out they give terrible head. No, I didn't. I got a dragon's milk. I do pee off the porch sometimes, but that's not what I just did. Everybody down here pees off the porch. I keep them. Yeah, no mosquitoes down here. That's why I didn't get a pond dug. No, I tell you if I did. I mean, I do, but I did just now. I will pee anywhere. It's true. Everybody does down here. We joke about it, the guys. My eyes. They're my eyes. Yeah, I tell you the fucking truth, man. That's why I'd rather pay for it. Just skip all that fucking bullshit. Fuck yeah, especially as I got older. Fucking around this horse shit. When you're young, you don't do anything. I mean, I was fucking a lot when I was young, but it was a means to an end. I mean, you didn't know anything yet. You didn't know you could just pay like 300 or 500 and get blown. Yeah, I feel bad for you, Lucid. I mean, there's ways around it. I mean, but it's a tough one. Yeah, you're more like roommates. I hear that all the time. I got that way too. It's much easier. But it's like jealousy too. I mean, there's no perfect scenario. If you're like boyfriend or whatever he is, sun-kissed, or husband, I don't know what the deal is with you. If you wanted to have some 19-year come over with once a week with a fucking Johnny Wadcock and just bang in submission, he wouldn't like that either. I mean, it's just a fucking problem, which is why people grow apart, because there's no real solution. But I really think that once the sex goes south, that's the beginning of the end, which seems like so stupid to like have all the qualities that would make you attracted to somebody else present, but something as simple as two hillbillies fucking to go out the window, and that's the deal breaker. Now you know why people have affairs, Lucid. I mean, I'm not suggesting you do that. I think they're a bad idea. but I think it's pretty clear why they happen. I mean, you got a husband, you got kids, you guys like each other a lot, and then you got another guy in the same position where you work that you're in, so you fuck once a week. And it gets out of hand, and you think that you're going to fuck for the next 40 years if you leave your husband, and your hormones dictate your happiness. Before you know it, everything's fucked up. You leave your husband, your kids are disappointed, and you get tired of this motherfuckers too. I know. Let me tell you, I really think this is like an aberration of human behavior. Yeah, thank you. I just think it is. It's a deal breaker. And you're going to find a couple nerds here and there that, just like, think that playing backgammon until they drop is all they need. And, neither one of them's ever 69, and cum facials are like a felony. And they just love each other. They got a low bar, a low threshold. Yeah, they got a real low bar. They got fucked twice, and they have 2 kids, and they hold hands. Yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is, I mean, there are people with a low bar, but if you have a high bar and you get bored easily, and, you're 40, you're in too deep, you got a couple kids, and you're just like, you don't want sex with these people anymore, and you think you deserve more, you're working hard, you've been a good mother, and you just can't fathom the idea of no new lovers till the day you die, that's when it gets serious. You like backgammon too? Good for you. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. And I'll tell you this too, it has nothing to do with how good you are in bed or what you look like. Guys just get tired of it. They do. I don't know why, you just get tired of it. I'll tell you, I look back too on some of my old girlfriends, and it's like, God, the fucking sex couldn't have been better. I mean, really, just top-notch shit, man. You couldn't have paid for it. And I got tired of that. No, that's possible, Lucy, but that's good that you know this. Hey, James, how you doing? How's Abacadabra? No, that's good that you know this. Lucid, you're experienced life as many people do. Now you know why when you go into the self-help book section of a bookstore, or you go into movies that have come out, or love songs, country love songs, now they're all predicated on all this horse shit that we're talking about. Loving and leaving them, coming back, how to get your spark back. Because, this is just a part of human behavior you can count on. And it's not because anything anybody did wrong. It's just, fuck, I don't know what it is, really. My plan, well, I don't really have one. My plan is like, it's pretty much the end of the road for me. I mean, I still watch porn all the time. Here's what happened to me. I mean, I was lucky. I had like good, I always had, you ever meet people, they have better looking people than you think they deserve? That was me. I always had really cute girlfriends, and, I could talk them into threesomes and double blowjobs and all that shit. I got tired of that too. So I've always liked porn more than sex. And when I was about probably 38, I just was laying in bed just like entrepreneurs do with a new business idea. And it's a hassle hooking up good, like, trysts, even if you're paying for it. So what I did is I thought, you know what, I like porn. There's certain things I like in porn. And that's when Craigslist, you could run ads on Craigslist. And I just started running ads on Craigslist for a sugar daddy. And then I just fucking honestly for about 10 years just made my own porn and paid like $400 an hour to each person, and just racked up a stack of fucking DVDs like fucking 4 feet tall with like double blowjobs and exactly what I wanted. Just imagine like getting exactly what you wanted, and on top of it being a voyeur on top of it. And that's what I did. I did it for like 10 years. I've got stacks of like DVDs with like perfect everything. And once I did that, I've just watched like my own DVDs constantly. I mean, if I knock them over, it takes me an hour and a half to organize them. Now, the good news is that I like that. I never fucked with Backpage. Craigslist was way better. The good news is that worked for me. And it was like cheap. When you look at how much I've watched that shit, financially, it was probably one of the better investments I've ever made. The downside of it is, arguably, is that I didn't give a fuck about having a girlfriend. I could have gave a fuck. I mean, it's just, like, I wasn't interested in like dating, or even when women were interested in me, I could have gave a fuck because I'd already, hit that top fucking level. I hit that gold gong. I mean, I took first place, like, sexually. And if you look at it when you're younger and you're sexually active, that's a big part about it. You're sexually attracted to them. Now you got to see if all the other stuff fits. Are they smart? Do they have etiquette? Are they white trash? Do they give good head? Do they have good jobs? Do they have a lot of baggage? And once I had that big collection of my own shit that was absolutely as good as it could get, I could have gave a fuck about a girlfriend. I'm not kidding you. And I'm like that to this day, man. I have got such a fucking, like, little interest. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. I've got such little interest. I mean, if you sent, like, there's a girl right now that wants me to, she's 23, she works at a bookstore, and I'm just not that fucking into it, to be honest with you. And she's cute. Said she likes older men. I've gotten to know her all along. She doesn't have any tits. She probably can't deep throat. I'd probably never get to be a threesome. And I've got fucking stacks of these DVDs. I probably got $125,000 into my own home porn collection. And I just fucking jack off to it all the time. And I just can't see myself going out, even with someone that's young, and spending 3 months trying to get him to give good head. I mean, I know this sounds fucking insane to you. I'm just being honest. Yeah, and I meet women my age, and I start talking about butt fucking or throat fucking or threesomes, and, they want to call the police. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think I had too much experience, like, as a young guy. Nah, I doubt it, man. I mean, she could. I mean, some of the best sex I ever had, like Tracy Lord's shit, was 30 years younger than me, and recruit all of her girlfriends for double blowjobs on video. And she's a kindergarten teacher. So you may be right, Sunkist. But it's like a scratch off lottery. It's so fucking low of a odds that, now that I'm getting older, I don't want to, like, spin my fucking wheels like that. I still, look up some of the girls that I did this shit with. I still keep in contact with some of them. You could never catfish me. I don't think you could ever catfish me. I don't think you could. Because, first of all, see, that happens on YouTube sometimes. They think because I'm an old guy and I'm talking shit that I'm going to be really, like, interested. And now you guys know the truth. I mean, it doesn't interest me at all. It would have to be so, like, unbelievable and convincing. And an old pervert like me, you're going to have to come across with the goods early on. I'm going to have to see some legit photos, legit conversations, a lunch, or I'm not going to fuck with it. You're not, and I'm not a lonely guy. I have one fucking goal in mind, and it's not a serious relationship. So if you think you're going to get me behind the 8 ball by being lonely and thinking that someone cares, you're fucking dreaming. No, YouTube's bad. It's the bottom of the barrel. You would think all these years on being on YouTube and during the heyday when I had a lot of action that I'd at least gotten blown once. Never. Nothing. Not even close. One lunatic after a fucking another. First of all, most of them are just like fucking weirdos that are so used to going after older guys like it's, putty in the hand. But I'm way out of their league as far as tricking or catfishing. No fucking way. You're not catfishing me. No way. I mean, I got a fucking stack of DVDs that you're never going to be able to even get that close to shit that interests me. So I'm just not a very good catfish candidate. And I'm all for paying for it. Fuck yeah, man. I don't want them around here all the time. I'm telling you, you could take Miss America that would want to come in here and move in. I don't. No thanks. I don't want them around. Hey Albert, how you doing? I don't want to. I don't want them around all the time. Now, I got this shit down to a science, which is why my sex life, new sex days are probably coming to a close. I'm getting older. I mean, hormones are dying out. I'm getting less interested. And I know that the likelihood of me going out and finding what I've experienced is super fucking low. Yeah, that's a big problem with threesomes. That's a big problem with threesomes. I mean, it sounds like he was drinking. I mean, I tell people all the time, man, I got a lot of experience in this shit. I'm not bragging or anything like that, but I recommend against threesomes. I recommend against affairs. And I talk women that ask me out of topless dancing all the time, getting into porn all the time. And you're never going to find a bigger consumer, all that shit than me, but I know what it brings overall. Like, I would not tell you to take your whole paycheck and invest it in the Mega Millions or the Powerball. It's that kind of shit. It's not that you couldn't win, but I've got your best interest in mind, and I'm flattered that you would ask me for advice. And I'm going with the things that I think in the real world are going to help you. And porn, escorting, and threesomes is statistically not in your favor. I fucking hate to say that. You'd think I'd know why by now, and I don't. But most of the time, and I can give you some good examples. Morgie Pie on Pornhub. I see they're broke up and they're not together. Little Laurel Andy, Andie. They broke up, had a kid together. They're not together anywhere. And men are experts. I'm a perfect example of that. I'm not anymore because I'm an older guy. But I could see myself when I was 25 talking you into sucking a big old Jamaican cock and then just kind of losing interest in you afterwards. I'm not like that now. As a matter of fact, I'll buy you a bigger diamond if you suck a big Jamaican cock. But back then, you're young, you're sexually immature, you're jealous, your hormones are high. Once you jack off for the thousandth time, you just start thinking less of your wife. I'm not like that anymore, but it's pretty much the end of the road for me. So I recommend against that shit. Guys, I was one of those guys for a long time. They say I talked them into shit. I said, no, I didn't talk you into anything. I asked you and you agreed to it. But I look back and I took advantage of them liking me a lot in a way. I'll get you some cubic zirconia. I sure will. I don't do like tricks and shit like that. And let me tell you, I know some women that I've met in my life that are just like I am, only the female version. And, they appreciated the honesty, liked getting paid, and they're not regretful of doing it. They're just hard to find. And I don't have any hookups anymore either. I don't have any good hookups. I had a girl for a long time that was a manager of a liquor store, and she recruited customers and girlfriends, and now I don't have that. And I haven't for 10 years. I mean, the last fucking porn movie I made was no, that's right, and that's how guys get. That's what Marty says. He'd rather watch birds. Yeah, now you're going to get to that point in life. Last porn movie I made of my own was 2013. I was just watching it last night. 2013. And they're all blowjobs too, by the way. No, it is interesting, but yeah, it's interesting. I had lunch with Johnny Wad one time. That's my claim to fame. But I'm telling you, I mean, I'm not saying this is better or worse or anything. I like that shit. But I found that in general, I'll give you an example. For a while, wasn't really into pit bulls. Uh, I thought they were great dogs. I thought there were, a lot of misinformation. And I thought, well, I'm going to breed pit bulls. Make a good, solid dog to good people. And you know why I quit doing it? Because I just got tired of motorcycle people coming over, gang bangers, and I just didn't want to fuck with that class and group of people. And I know this sounds fucked up, but you'll get the gist of it. And I'm not saying that there aren't exceptions, but I'd rather hang around with country club people and do my crazy sex shit on the side, not going to porn awards and hoping for the best. It's just overall, man, those people just don't have the social graces that come along. I mean, they got the wild, crazy sex shit, but it reminds me of pit bull breeding. You got a great dog that is misunderstood, that makes super pets, unrelated to any viciousness. But the motherfuckers that are buying them 90% of the time are people that I don't want anything to do with. Not that they can't be good people. I'm just, and I'm generalizing, right? But I think you know what I'm saying. I like when I'm in Hilton Head, the people that I run into on the beach. I like when I stay down at Savannah, the people that I met in the bars that were paying $400 to $750 a night for a room. And I'm not saying it's better or worse. It's just I find myself getting painted into a corner to where when I'm meeting people who interest me outside of a sexual facet, that are into the arts, culture, classical music, reading, poetry, education, flying, that is very important outside the sexual shit. And if you flip the coin and I went to like Johnny's mobile home party in the middle of Kentucky and you got all these cute, stupid fucking GED dropout Kentucky girls that want to fuck, that's the end of it. There's nothing there from the non-sexual aspect. So as an older guy, when you're juggling all these balls, it's almost impossible for me to get both together. That or they're too old. Yeah, that's how I am. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's like I love all the fuck. Like, I'm not sure of this. And I talked about this the other night. And I tell you guys straight up, I mean, I don't want to say that I don't give a fuck. But, I joked about like J-Bo. Her husband just died here about 6 months ago. And we talked all the time, had a lot in common, emailed back and forth. I think I pissed her off. I don't know if I pissed her off, hurt her feelings. She's depressed about her husband dying. But, I've mentioned a couple times that my perfect relationship would be to have J-Bo as my girlfriend. I mean, super bright lady, excellent poet, published poet, smart Jew, educated, was a college professor. I like all that fucking shit. And I've said, and I told her this, that I'd like J-Bo for my like side piece to like do things socially with. And then I'd like two blue-eyed, blonde-haired 20-year-old Scandinavian girls that could deep throat, that I'd pay $500 an hour to come over and see me once a week. That would be my dream life. Now, I don't know. That could have like offended her, hurt her feelings. It could also have nothing to do with it. I know she was depressed for a while, and I offered to send her some of my porn. And in a polite way, she seemed to kind of like freak out about it. But, that's just me. You're going to find out that sooner or later. And either way, it worked. I mean, there's no surprises here. So if you don't like that part about me, that's just as good as you thinking it's cool and things moving forward. So it works either way. But I haven't talked to her in probably about 4 months. And I mean, I don't want to say it's a good sign or a bad sign. I mean, I know what I'm like. And I've had this happen before. But either way, I'm fine with it. Yeah, thank you, Sunkiss. Thanks for appreciating that. Yeah, thank you. And I think if I had to guess, and I give you odds on this, I think that there's something I said that, considering her background, she thought this fucking guy is just fucking nuts, and just decided I do that with people, and just I did that with Michelle. It's just, well, you know what, this isn't going to work. I mean, be mad at me, don't like me, block my email, but it's not too hard to get turned off from people. And I know this, like, she's about my age, close. And this sounds crass and not cool and all that shit. If I was 20 and I didn't know any better, or if she was 25 and just had like the most perfect body in the world, I'd probably eat some shit over this and just, you know, suck it up and like go back begging. But at 68, not doing it. Yeah, I really don't know. I mean, I'd be guessing. I mean, she may, communicate with people out there. I don't fucking know. I mean, I'd like to. It bothers me a little bit because I thought we were pretty good friends. But honestly, on a scale, if 10 was like this really bothers me, it's a one. Yeah, I mean, it's like not finding a pair, one shoe out of a pair, and I got to go to a wedding. I mean, I don't really give a fuck that much. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't, I mean, time isn't going to fix anything in this case. I just thought it was like a better relationship than that. But I don't really know. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but I'd tell you if it bothered me. It's like, hey, if any of you guys are talking to her, it's like I'd like that. I don't give a fuck. I mean, if it bothered me, I'd email her back. It's like it's really come to this. I mean, this is like fucking 4 months now, and it's like, but I'm not doing it, which is testament to I don't give a fuck. I mean, I barely give a fuck. Hey, Sharon. Yeah, so fuck, I don't know. I don't know, Sunkist. Yeah, yeah, one of the fucking things. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Fuck, I don't know. I don't really fucking care. I mean, honestly, man. I mean, I'm a crazy motherfucker in a lot of ways, anyway. I mean, I can suck it up, and you wouldn't know that. Like, I mean, Sunkist, just as an example, I'm not hinting around or any of that fucking shit. But if you said, hey, I got something I got to go to down here. My boyfriend stroked out and died. Would you come down here? It's like, yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, I think you would feel good that I would come down there and like your friends or your peers or what you're into as work would like me. You know, I know how to like, when in Rome do as the Romans do. But in this case, I just like, I don't really fucking know. And sometimes people will talk a lot of shit. And, fuck, I don't know. I would just tell you if it bothered me. And I mean, it bothered me enough to bring it up and tell you about it, but I'm telling you, it's barely pushing the needle. I mean, I've had goddamn women fuck my mind up so much that I couldn't fucking sleep over this shit. I want to fucking go see a psychiatrist over it. That was a long time ago. But now anymore, I'm an older guy. My fucking and sucking days are fucking limited. I'm on the fucking home stretch and I don't want to fuck it up doing something fucking stupid. And no matter how much I like older women for all the reasons that I told you, I mean, you're going to have to IV me some goddamn fucking Viagra and put a blindfold on me. I just can't fucking do it. I'll take the shallow hit on this one. I'm just not attracted to older women, man. I know it sucks. I just not. And I'm sure there are plenty that aren't attracted to me, but people, I'll make comments like this. It's like, well, you're no great fucking prize either. Yeah, I know that. I get that part. It's got nothing to do with it. Yeah, I mean, when I was 30, I'd fucking talk through it, no problem. But now I'm not really into it that much to begin with. You know? Oh, yeah, it mellows a lot of. Yeah, but you can't have it both ways. For the same reasons that I'm not sad about this are the same reasons why I don't give a fuck. It fucking sucks. I mean, if I hurt her feelings or any of that kind of shit through talking shit about, porn and shit, but she knew all this shit from like, I mean, she's been on here like for fucking ever. So I can't imagine anything that I would have said that would have shocked her. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know what it is. But I got an idea that her personality, it's just like I'll never hear from her again. And I mean, she probably think of the same thing. This isn't worth discussing, which, yeah, I get that 10-4. Yeah. And if you see these old fucking people like getting hooked up, yeah, thank you, Steven. Yeah, 41. Yeah, fuck yeah. I feel bad for you. You ought to be like at you got to be horny as hell, Sunkissed. I mean, you must fucking see guys all the time that you look at. Yeah, 71, man. Yeah. Well, don't get too upset about him not getting a hard on because of prostate cancer, because that dick was about ready to go south any day anyway. It was the inevitable, you know? You probably, if you got some 43-year-old cock, you'd probably have a fucking heart attack. Yeah, I mean, I like her. I still do, but I do. Yeah. And she's a super bright woman and very familiar with the art. She was a college professor. No, I think you would. No, you would. I mean, you're in one of these fucking deals. You fucking, I got some fucker calling me in a private fucking. I bet it's that goddamn Michelle calls me, and it cancels out my fucking thing when somebody calls me. I bet it's that goddamn crazy Michelle. Yeah, it probably will. But Sunkissed, you know how it is. It's like you came from like a non-typical background, and it worked for a while, and I mean, it's just been your life experience. Mine too. I mean, you do what you can with the cards you were dealt. You try and make it work. It worked for quite a while, and now you got a 71-year-old boyfriend, and now you're seeing the downside. And there are a couple women on here that would talk about being married to men that are much older than they are. Not boyfriends, but what difference does it make, right? And this is where you really start to know it. You know what I mean? When he was, if you were 20 years old and he was in his early 50s and fucking your lights out, and you just, tomorrow never really seems like it's going to come. And, they're still relatively attractive then. And, before you know it, this time gets behind you, and eventually you're going to turn into a full-time caretaker. And, if you haven't hit menopause yet, those are going to be some long days. Yeah, Michelle? Yeah, I'm not really talking shit about her. I mean, I'll tell her just like I tell you guys. I mean, I'm very, I would say, compassionate and understanding about being nuts. I mean, I'm a card carrying member of a psychiatric hospital myself. I would be sympathetic to that, unrelated to my own experiences. But when you're sending me a text in the morning thanking me for being such a good friend when everybody else abandoned you, and then sending me another one uh, later on saying that you saw your psychiatrist and that they didn't want you talking to toxic people anymore, and that maybe I shouldn't talk to you anymore, it's time for you to fucking go. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Yeah, it's just like, look, I don't mind. I'm not befriending schizophrenia. Not doing it. You can't. There's no reason. There's no common ground. I don't mind chronic depression, manic depression, but schizophrenic, I'm not fucking with it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm not fucking doing it. This is like trying to get fucking Charles Manson to open up a pizza parlor with you. Fuck that. Motherfucker will cut your goddamn head off. Jeffrey Dahmer, all these fucking, the Menendez brother, all these fucking whack jobs. Yeah, I mean, no, I got my fucking limits. I ain't fucking doing it. Depression's one thing. When I first got fucking locked up in a goddamn nut house, I mean, I had these crazy motherfuckers, and as roommates. And I remember when you get locked up like that in Michigan, you have to. There's a law where you got to have a fucking interview with a psychiatrist. In my first interview, I thought I can't not wait to talk to this motherfucker. And I got in there, and he said, well, they were cool. Like, they want to keep you from like blowing your fucking head off or hanging yourself. You can't hang yourself anywhere in a legitimate mental health facility because all this shit collapses. You can't like wrap a towel around anything. I wasn't that bad, but it's all like suicide proof, right? So, but one of the mandates is that you talk to like a professional. So I talked to him. It's like, hey, these fucking roommates I got, man, these motherfuckers are crazy. I said, this stuff isn't gonna turn into this shit, is it? And he said, no, these people are schizophrenic, and no, yours is much different. Don't worry about it. You're not gonna become that. And then I read about it, and learned about it, and experienced more about it, and didn't worry about it. So, but I'm not saying I'm a pro at recognizing that either. But I don't want to fuck with people like that. No, I don't mind, all the other shit, obsessive, compulsive, and that shit. But that fucking nuts, no thanks. Not doing it. Yeah, that fucking YouTube's weird. They've been fucking with me big time. It's surprising this many people showed up for live because, I mean, they're doing what they can to like fuck with me, even though I don't monetize anything. You shouldn't. I mean, the problem now is even when you don't monetize, nobody knows that based on a live or a video. Like, are you getting any commercials? Because you can be non-monetized and still get commercials. Are you guys getting any commercials? Yeah, they're fucking weird. See, Sunkissed, you're moving into like kind of a strange age period now at your age. You still got your hormones intact. You're like, you got this thing and a prostate thing, and it's a tough time. Oh, do they let you know? Yeah, no, yeah, you sure are. You sure are. And and I'm not saying it's not my business, but you're gonna have to explain this away someday. As to like, you're gonna have a hard. Well, I shouldn't say that. You're gonna have guys like try and figure this out mentally. You know what I mean? You'll be able to do it, but you know what I mean. It's not like your husband like drowned in a kayaking accident. It's easy. It's like, sorry that happened. And you too, it's, happily ever after on. It's like a much older guy. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, you did? Yeah, that's good. I mean, they still put commercials on things that aren't monetized, so I don't really get it. Well, I wish the best for you on that lucid dreaming. That's a fucking tough one you're going through. It's like roommates. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. Well, now's not bad. I mean, this is the first sign. It's like I got a doctor buddy. She's babysitting. I got a doctor buddy, and he says that your health fails in chunks. It's not one thing. It's not subtle. It starts out as one thing, but it's a culmination of things. Like you just don't go from okay to incapacitated. It starts out with a fall off a ladder, weight gain, a knee problem, a knee replacement, the other knee replaced, high blood pressure, sedentary life. It's chunks. It's big things that happen that culminate that turn into even bigger things that make you immobile. And relationships are kind of like that too. Now you're getting into the critical stage, the one that you kind of just put on the back burner. Well, it's not on the back burner anymore. He's 71, can't get a hard on. You're 43, still got all your hormones. It's not going to get better. You're going to come into a time where there is a plan B that hasn't quite happened yet. So I sympathize with you. Yeah, it snowballs. That's exactly right. You're going to be from having a good lifestyle with the guy that was older to now what? I would tell you this though, and this is just from what I've gleaned through similar situations. I would lock this motherfucker up financially before it's tits up, especially if he's got kids. And if you don't force his hand, they're going to get everything and you're going to be fucking starting over at 45. So keep that in mind. You still got some cards left now. I mean, I consider that love and all that shit's great. Yeah, no, companionship is cool. That's exactly right. Yeah, it's hard to do though, because it hasn't really been that, and now it's turning into a business deal as opposed to a romance. So if you're smart, you'll lock this fucking shit up now, one way or the other. And he's probably still game for that. Where if he's incapacitated, especially if he's got kids, you're fucked. Older men. No, that's good. Yeah, see, you're smart. That's age speaking. That's age speaking, Lucid. That's maturity speaking. I mean, look, something's got to give all the time, even from a guy's perspective. You find someone that's a great mother. They're not going to fuck around. They got a good job. They got no tits. Don't like sucking cock. Then you find one that can deep throat a fucking 13-inch kielbasa, has no gag reflex, loves cum facials, can't hold a job, and she's maxing out your credit card, stealing checks from the back of the book, fucking the mailman. I mean, it's always like there's nothing is like there's give and take in all of it. Yeah, well, I'd make sure you get it in writing, Sunkissed. Yeah, no, I don't always think it's like that. When you analyze why women get involved with older guys, there's another lady that comes on here too from Ypsilanti, Michigan. She's always liked older guys. Mike, generally what it seems to me, and this could be wrong, uh, line of credit at Home Depot is the drama's over. You know what you're getting with an old guy. You're not getting the hardest dick of them all, but you're not getting a lot of stupid, petty game playing jealousy. You're not getting fucked 5 times a day, but you're pretty much counting on what's good enough. Everybody does that. Everybody compromises to a certain extent. Yeah, good for you, son. Guess that's good. If it's all in writing, that's good. Now be aware of codicils. Codicils, secret shit that he could do that you wouldn't know about. It's the kids from other women that I'd worry about the most. Yeah, it's all in writing. Good for you. That's good. I'm telling you, I've seen it work both ways. You can either lock it up as a business transaction, or you can be left with nothing. It's hard to when you first start out and you're young and you're just getting into this shit, and you're fucking 4 times a day and holding hands and you're blowing them going down the road. You don't care about this business aspect, but you're getting into the danger zone. And I hate to say that, man, but and, you got to look out for number one. Yeah, stable, predictable. Yeah, no, that's how it's like that with women too. It is. I like the stable, predictable too. No, I know a couple Jews in Florida. What a surprise, huh? They specialize in challenging wills. That's all they do. So what they do is like you got a will, the motherfucker knew where he wanted his money to go. He dies, and then this Jew comes in, he says, "Hey, look, I'll keep you in court forever. I will appeal this shit and for the next 10 fucking years." And this guy knows this Jew's reputation, so he says, "Yeah, okay. Well, what'll it take you to go away?" It's like 150 grand. So they're fucking settling these things and getting a fucking third of it or two-thirds or whatever the fuck it is just to go away because they know this Jew's expert at this fucking shit. He will run up these huge fucking bills through discovery and contesting things and hearings. Get lost, JJ Ash, you fucking faggot. Go get a job. Yeah, they'll contest wills. That's all they do. And it has nothing to do with right or wrong. It's all about money. It's like nuisance value lawsuits. They give away, nowadays, they give away 25 grand like it's nothing just to go away, even though there's no merit to your allegation, to your complaint. It's nuts. It's really fucking crazy. I just tell people, look out for number one. Sunkist, if you were, 60 years old and 150 pounds overweight, there'd be no issue here because you'd be alone. Nobody gives a fuck. There's no value. It sounds fucking terrible. But if you're fucking smart, I talked to lots of women, lots of times, that said they wish they'd appreciated their value as young, attractive women. They end up giving it all away. No, that's exactly right. Hey, Pug, yeah. No, you're right. That's true. Yeah, expert witnesses, you can get those fuckers to say anything. You'll get someone to come in there and say she was fucking nuts, and another motherfucker to come in there and say she was the smartest, most stable person that ever lived. Attorneys have Rolodexes full of them. No, that's exactly right. Expert witnesses. No, that's exactly right. They get crazy money just to come in there and talk a bunch of shit, challenge things. That's what you want to do. You challenge everything. You file for a hearing on everything. Yeah, expert witnesses. Yep, such bullshit. There's people that get fucked out of things they deserved all day long in the United States. Big time. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's just the way it is. It's hard though when you're like in a like my divorce, Same fucking shit, man. It went from like good friends to like married to like divorced to like getting fucked to like appealing to like the real world now. It's like the party's over. Yeah, no, exactly right. No, you gotta like, expert witnesses, there's like a unique formula on being able to do it. Like private detectives can't testify as expert witnesses, which makes sense to me. I mean, you ever want to meet a bunch of dumb motherfuckers, go to some kind of private convention, can uh, get together. It's these stupid motherfuckers. Yeah, you learn through your experiences. Yeah, but luckily, I mean, you're at this place now where you know what's what, which will pay off for you. But this sounds fucking terrible. But your marketability days are at their peak now. I mean, do you see anybody arguing over like 75-year-old women? I mean, you still got a lot of value in this world just based on your age and your looks. You got cards in your deck. But when you're 75, your bargaining power is out the fucking window. There's no guys fighting over you. No guys are jealous. And this is something to keep in mind. It's a discipline. It's hard to do. You wouldn't have any of these problems at 65 and 100 pounds overweight. All gone. That's exactly right. And you can talk all that shit you want about good person and a different kind of love. Yeah. Good luck. I mean, if you look at all these billionaires and the women they hook up with, nobody is leaving their good, slim, big breasted young wife for a big fat pig with hairy legs. It's just the way it is. That's it. Thelma and Louise time. Yeah, you're right. I mean, you gotta like wake up and like accept it for what it is. It happens in the animal world too. You know, the fertile young doe isn't during rut, isn't running around looking for the buck with the broken off antlers and the dick in the dust and the balls dragging the ground. She's looking for that big young motherfucker that's fucking everything and beating up all the guys with that big giant rack and steam coming out of his nose. Butterflies, everything. It's the way life is. They sure do. That's exactly right. I mean, look at Bill Gates. He got, this lady's really turning out to be kind of a fucking flake. I always thought she was kind of like a manly looking Brooke Shields anyway. Now she came out with a book. I'm surprised that they didn't have that wrapped up where, look, we're going to take your, $10 billion away from you if you talk shit about me after you got divorced. And she's just out there talking more shit about Bill Gates. Yeah, you will if he lives long enough. And there's enough young girls out there. They don't care if that dick gets hard or not. That's right. Don't do it there, though, Pug. It's the water's too shallow. You may live and be a quadriplegic. No, it's too shallow there. Just be smart about it. Then you'll be able to have your money. You're financially secure. Hey, Terry, you'll be financially. Yeah, it's too shallow. You'll be financially sure, and you can have boy toys, and you can afford to be with a big dicked bag boy that struggled through graduating from high school. But it'll be your call. It is, Lucid. It is. It has a lot to do with it. Age discrimination is alive and well. Absolutely right. No, you can't get it. No, nobody wants to hire old people unless it's just some shit fucking job, slave labor, like, stocking fucking canned vegetables at Walmart or something. You feel like you've been fucked in the ass by an elephant after a midnight shift. Fuck that. I'm telling you, man, all young women, they need to come with me. Let me take them over to Hilton Head and see all these younger, attractive women living in, $8 million homes, don't work, shop all day, order from Amazon, get every fucking Botox, skin peel, tit job, nails, pedicures in the world, suck a dick every 30, 60 days, jog, ride their bike. They're the smart ones. With some older guy that ran a company, has a ton. They're all over there. But they fucking, switch that fucking shit. They work that goddamn shit and didn't believe these stupid Hollywood movies of, uh, this bullshit about love affairs. See you later, Holmes, you loser. Get out of here and go away. This is for intelligent people. Yeah, they played their cards right. I mean, it's down, the way things have evolved in society is they want to make you think that your looks as a female don't have a lot to do with who you end up with. That it's true love and going to church and virginity, and that's all a bunch of fucking bullshit. Yeah, I mean, you'll have a better life if you're attractive, you give great head, you like to fuck, you're open for a threesome, you're not blowing all the money, you're not fucking your best man in your wedding. I mean, think this shit through. I mean, love and great feelings and all that stuff's great, and it's possible. But I'm talking about the plan B part that generally seems to be more prevalent than this fantasy of this horse shit that they sell in marriage 3-day seminars. The best head you give, the best shape you stay in, you know, just be like a dedicated, nice wife, and you'll have a good life. Unless you just married some total asshole. Yeah, it's true, Terry. Yeah, that's true too, but that's not good for you. Yeah, good job, Pug. And you can miss your timeline too. That's what I used to caution Michelle about all the time. I mean, it sounds crude and rude. I told her another 10 years, you're not going to be able to give that pussy away. You look at Tribbles. She'll tell stories of the bag boy flirting with her, and anywhere she goes, men are interested. Yeah, dream the fuck on. You can't give it away. 62 years old. Yeah, you're fucking dreaming. And there's a big difference between getting down in between the sheets and flirting. It's just like before I got divorced and I was getting shaky with my wife. All my wife's girlfriends, she was so lucky, a good guy like me. They wish I had a brother. Too bad there weren't two of me. Do I know anybody like me? Yeah. Wait till you get separated. They don't even fucking call you back. It's all bullshit. Right? Yeah, no, good for you, Sunset. I'm happy for you. But that took that took some insight on your part. You saw that sand fucking filtering down through that fucking timing glass. You were aware of it and you acted accordingly. A plus. You did the right fucking thing. If you were really super fucking stupid, you'd have hung out there longer. Your shelf life would have expired, and you'd be working at Starbucks 60 hours and cleaning houses on the weekends. Smart girl. No, that's fucking smart. Absolutely right. Yeah, you must have washed down a gummy with it. No, that's smart, Sunkist. But you're in a fucking, you're in a predicament now where, I shouldn't say predicament, but you're coming up on, phase two. And this is just as equally as important is how you're going to go into the second phase of life. Because let's say 10 years from now, let's say if that guy's still alive, or let's say if he's not, you better have enough money to see you through to tits up. Yeah, that's cool too. Going, you don't want to go, but if you play your cards right, you really do it right. You don't want to go back to school. Fuck that. I mean, nursing's hard now. There was a time in the '60s. I know, like, I graduated from college in '80. I should have graduated in '78. But I remember nurses then had it made. It was still competitive to get into nursing school, but they were in there fucking around, playing backgammon, fucking checkers and shit. It's not like that anymore. Fucking nursing's fucking slavery. You work like a fucking dog. You really do. It's like fucking factory work, only with bodies instead of assembling fucking parts. Seriously. No, I got water this time. I haven't really been drinking too much. I can't even barely drink dragon's milk anymore. 2 dragon's milks. Yeah, face. Yeah, it's kind of better, but I mean, is it really? I mean, better in what regard? Better in like long-term happiness and you got every purse you want and you're not worried about charging something on Amazon. But you got to admit, unless you had just bad luck, I mean, there was nothing like getting your brains fucked out at 19 and 20. And there was no future. You weren't considering this guy as your husband. He was just banging that ass into submission. Yeah, I mean, you might be, but just play it right. You can get burned out doing this shit too. But if you work it all right, I mean, you're at the top of your game now. You know, you're at the top of your game, and you're smart enough now. Once those hormones head south, you hit menopause, then it's really different because you don't want to fake love anymore. You're gonna be reaching down, fucking squirting, looking for that goddamn KY jelly and on hormone replacements and fucking bitchy. And I mean, really take advantage of this home stretch. Yeah. Yeah, Lucid's in the same predicament, only it's more formal. Don't feel bad, guys. I mean, this is where everybody gets eventually, unless you're just some like brainwashed Christian or you're just like super. And there are people out there. I mean, I was good friends with a priest in Chicago, and I met more families. They were still holding hands, and it was just like their first date, and they've been married 50 years. They're around, but statistically, just not very often. Yeah, you've been sidelined. That happens, man. I mean, you're experiencing, but don't get down about this shit, or you made the right choice, or any of that fucking bullshit. This is life. Welcome to life. This is a normal life. It will be different, yeah. It will be different. Yeah, you get older, and it's like now, it's like, I mean, you couldn't, like, yeah, yeah, that's exactly real life. That's exactly right. But I mean, I read about these stories. I think of this shit myself too, and I think it's a biological trait to you. You always want like romance. Even I'm like that way. I just think with me, it's like 1%, 2%. It's always been kind of low, you know. No, that's okay. That's normal thinking. Yeah, it's not you. I guarantee you, there's 10 guys at work that want to fuck you. Everybody has this, like, constant mental evaluation of like themselves and like how you fit into this whole clusterfuck. You know, whether it's socially, whether it's romantically, and I still think if I wanted, I could have a girlfriend. And maybe not. That could be an illusion, but I think I could, just based on just people I meet and comments that people make. But maybe I couldn't. I mean, that could be false. But I'm sure the day is going to come where I know through all the subtleties that come along with this that the likelihood of that is zero, other than companionship with just some old fat ass, cellulite, hairy leg bitch that doesn't have any money, that's going to fake liking me. So, uh, you know, I got a couple cards left, but the deck's about ready to roll out. But I don't really mind because, I got my porn collection. I got enough money to like live a good life till I die. And I'm fine with that. My thinking is just do not fuck this up. Just hang in there. I mean, my whole life is just like today. I go out to eat. I watch porn. I drink coffees. I order books. I listen to classical music. I fuck around here. I feed vultures, and I'm fine with it. I don't really want any more. You know what I mean? I mean, if Linda Lovelace had a daughter that needed work, I'd be all over it. But my conduit to this crazy sex shit I think, is kind of dried up. Yeah, no, I think the same thing too. Oh, thank you. I mean, I was friends with this girl up in Michigan. I go up there, and basically she'd blow me the whole time I was there. Not that good at blowjobs either, but she was a religious nut, which, in my twisted mind, really excited me. I just got tired of her fucking bullshit too. Wasn't fucking worth it. Yeah, Match.com, Death.com. No, but anyway, I used to talk to her a lot, and I'd talk to her at night and all that kind of shit. We had one threesome, and then she said she wouldn't do it anymore. And I thought, well, you're not moving down here, no way. She wanted to move down here really bad, and I thought, man, I don't want to get stuck with this old fucking bag. I mean, I wouldn't fuck her for $1 million, and she couldn't give that great a head. It's like, no way are you moving down here. But honestly, I will say this, that I got a little, missed her a little bit talking to her at night. So I put my thing in a couple dating profiles, and I thought to myself, I thought, man, I'm getting these recommendations for people. Some of these fucking dating things, they won't even let me look for younger women. I mean, I want to put on my dating profile, we'll pay $700 an hour for deep throat blowjobs, threesomes, but they won't let you put any of that shit. So you got to put on I like walks on the beach. I like I like all classical music. I'm well read. And there's just no place to put throat fucking and threesomes. So what happens is, I end up meeting all these fucking people I got nothing in common with because of the way I've been cajoled into writing into these fucking comments. So I got all these ugly ass fucking old fucking overweight pigs. And I'm getting these recommendations on that shit. And at first I thought it was funeral parlors. Why am I getting all these fucking obituaries? And it wasn't. It was my matches on these dating sites. I thought I wouldn't fuck these goddamn women for $1 million. No fucking way. I swear to God. I mean, I need to eat fucking Viagra like M&Ms. So I was on a couple weeks, and I knew they were fake too. I'm getting these Latin looking girls. It's oh wow, you're everything I wanted. They're fucking 22. It's yeah, bullshit. Or shit. And now you just don't hook up with them like you did in the old days. This is now you gotta send them these gifts or roses. Before you know it, you got $200 into this fucking pig, and you haven't really even talked to her yet. I thought, fuck this. They're not like they used to be. So after a couple of weeks, I canned them both. Yeah, catfishes. There's no way you could catfish me. No way. Oh, oh, did you? Hey, Pug? Yeah, no way. There's no way you could catfish me. And I've outgrown all the massage parlors too. And somehow, I mean, I avoided intercourse. Now that, you hear these people that got HIV the first time they had intercourse and all that fucking shit. I was pretty careful. Yeah, but I think I was more lucky than careful. But I never got any sexually transmitted diseases somehow. And I don't want to say it's a miracle because I was as careful as I could have been. And I was avoiding fucking. And, people can be asymptomatic, with regard to the cold sore thing. But I just got lucky, dodged a bullet. Oh, yeah, dating fucking sucks. Fuck, yeah, it's nothing. I know young, attractive people. There's just no place to meet anymore. I talk to these girls at Walmarts all the time. They're all have just, they're cute too. They're just giving up on dating. They don't even have a place to meet guys. I know a couple people that I've talked to that have kids that are going to colleges that bitch about no social life. It's now the internet, it's good for us, But if you're young, I mean, going to bars and like bars close at 10 and 11 and all that kind of shit, it's just not what it used to be. Yeah, healthy enough to travel. I've traveled pretty much everywhere I want to go. Although I have thought about going to Vienna because I've been into this classical music shit lately. See, the thing is like this is why I know like I'm bona fide old because I'm really getting into all this shit that's just like old women, poetry, classical music, culture. I mean, it's all like lends itself to like old ladies, you know? Yeah, older guys. Yeah, so, but like I said, it's like the Jabo thing. It doesn't really bother me too much. Like, it's not enough to like, it's nowhere near changing up my game for a different result. So there is some virtue to getting older. I mean, as a human being though, in the back of your mind, at least in my case, you just like, you just hard to just throw in the towel on any brand new great sex forever. Just like accept that and just think that way till you die, but it's probably over. You know what I mean? I mean, I can remember being like 33 thinking there's no fucking way I'm putting up with this shit for like the rest of my life. We are not in any way growing closer together. I probably can't. I probably can't. But here's an example too. Like when I went and spent the night in Savannah last weekend, I had a super good time, man. I met a lot of like women in their 30s and 40s. I had a good time. I mean, really met some like nice women that I'd consider like, yeah, I'd be interested in dating this. But I really don't. And it's really connected to like hormones and maleness. I hate to tell you this, guys, but I'm going to give you a big clue now. Listen up now, lucid dreaming and Sunkiss. But like, let's take for an example, like, let's take there's two women on here and they're like everything I like. They have no gag reflex. They got big tits. They're young. They're not overweight. They're super feminine, subservient, just everything I dream about. And they really like me, and we're getting along, and we go out and we have a good time. And I'm thinking of like dating them. I know that if I jacked off a couple times at home, I'd cancel the date. I'd cancel the date. That's how fucked up it is. That's why I know it's tied to this like sex shit too much, which is just another fortification of knowing that my dating days are like over. I've got the bar so fucking low as far as possibility, and I'm comfortable with it. Yo, fuck yeah. I'll tell you, there's a direct correlation. Actually, down there in Savannah, a room a night's about 450 to 750. And if you're not staying there, you're not down there at night because there's drinking. It's nice, it's like Hilton Head kind of. It's just an upper level. I don't want to say better than anybody, but it's professionals as opposed to Dollar General workers. And you noticed it in their behavior and how they act. It's just more like I don't know how to explain it. I mean, they look good for their age. It's just like when I'm in Hilton Head, I run into people all the time that I have like rich, great conversation with. The problem is, by that stage of the game, they're older than I want to fuck with. You know what I mean? So, I mean, you can't win either way. Yeah, it's possible. I know women that do that. Yeah, I met a woman through a sugar daddy ad that I still keep in touch with that's married. Yeah, that's not uncommon. But if you've got like a regular typical husband, he's not going to go for that shit. Now, if he's a guy like me, he's gonna let you do it. You're gonna do it, and it's like he's gonna jack off 100 times. And when he gets tired of doing that, that's when the arguments start. Nah, the blue collar thing I just can't do long term. Just too much missing. Yeah, well, it's not that you're asking too much. It's just you're not in an arena where that's going to be readily possible. You're in a deal like now where you go down to Florida and you and Sunkist go out to a male strip club and you get drunk and you have fun and you fantasize and you put $20 bills down alongside a 10-inch cock and you go to Waffle House after they close and you go back home and it's back to the same old, same old. Yeah, that's true. That's kind of true, hey, Pug. Yeah. See, the whole thing is geared towards like one man, one woman. And once that goes south, you're kind of like, you're a captive in your own home, whether you're a guy or a girl. You're just not satisfied in a lot of ways. Yeah, the bills get paid and they're a good father to the children and all that shit, but you're in pretty deep. There's a lot of baggage and you're just kind of trapped. Oh, well, good for you, IBJ. That's good. Yeah, well, yeah, good luck with blue collars. I mean, it's possible, but it's just it's different. I see some of these women that play in these symphonies, and a lot of them are single, and I bet they've, and they're cute, but I'll bet, by the time you reach that age and you're working full time and you're playing in a symphony, I mean, I bet their expectations have just been shattered. You're like 38, attractive, playing in a symphony, you got a PhD in music, and you're just, getting on a fucking 14-inch fucking French tickler every night, not even telling your psychiatrist because you run through that critical period of a lot of promising candidates and they're hooked up by now. It's the way it is, control, unrelated to sexual interest. It's that male dominant control thing. They don't want it, but they don't want anybody else having it worse. No way. Jealousy. I mean, that had a lot to do with me getting married. I just, I got an ultimatum and it's like, yeah, yeah, I guess I'll get married. It wasn't like Cupid was banging me on the head with a sponge rubber mallet. I didn't want to like give it up. I know. Yeah, you're right, lucid dreaming. But these are all the ramifications of typical behavior in large numbers. This is not a surprise to anybody in the real world. Now, you're going to be able to argue this differently through a clinical setting, like through a mental health counseling or through a self-help book. But the real balls to the walls, the real nuts and bolts, the 7 days a week in the same house together, which again, like I said earlier, is why the self-help section is so large in bookstores. I mean, you're a typical person, you go in there, it's like how to make your sex better, how to be satisfied totally, and something that isn't working. I mean, the fucking shelves are just jammed with this shit because there's a big market for it. And it's just hedonistic behavior. You're pleasure seeking. And even though there's lots of good qualities about the people that you're hooked up with, you're not getting enough out of it, you know? Well, I found out a lot about this too after it was kind of too late. And a lot of times, like someone further down the road than you would be resistant to this. I would just seem like a bitter old crazy man that's alone. So you just blow off anything that I have to say. But this is more a product of empirical observation, stuff that I've observed and people that have talked to me unrelated to my own experiences. Knee. Yeah, that's true. Which is why you'll find a lot of guys, that there's an old adage about affairs that a lot of guys that have affairs with women, if you look at the difference between the guys they want to be the women that they want to be the mother of their children compared to the women that they like to fuck once a week. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, there's difference. And to get this all in one package is hard to do. Yeah, it's educational. That's exactly right. Yeah, I've never really been into black girl women at all. Yeah, no, that's exactly right. So you're at a crossroads in a way, Sunkissed. Crossroads. Yeah, I know some young guys that have had that prostate cancer, and that's what it does. It destroys the nerve tissue around the prostate, and you can't get a hard on anymore. But here's the thing, Sunkist, and I'm not saying this is what happening to you. That guy could get the hard on of a century, just be some freak and get a better hard on than most 18-year-olds. And eventually there'd be another problem that you couldn't blame on lack of an erection. I mean, lack of an erection is a go-to that everybody immediately understands. But is that the real reason? Yeah, I don't really care for black women at all. Not at all. No, it won't matter. It won't matter. That's not what it is. It's not stimulus, it's nerve conduction. It has nothing to do with the brain interpreting what he finds stimulating. It's nerve conduction. It's biological, it's organic. It's just the communication's gone. There's big vacant areas between his brain and his pecker. No, I know. But there's a lot of people that say they won't be jealous because they're pretty confident that nothing's ever going to happen. Go watch that movie Hall Pass. I mean, it's kind of goofy, but there's also a lot of merit to the philosophy behind it. No, yeah, that's hit or miss. That's a roll of the dice. Yeah, the radiation. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, eventually that's going to happen anyway. I mean, it seems, but at least you're able to hang your hat on it. I mean, that's something that, everybody can pretend is the reason why things aren't as good as they should be, you know? Who are these fucking weirdos? Well, best of luck to you, you know? Yeah, it is. And that Robert Redford movie. What's that? I never can never remember the name of it. Where a guy goes around, millionaire goes around, wants to sleep with guys' wives. That's a good movie too. Thought provoking. Oh, I bet it did. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, I shouldn't say that I'm sure. I think that, yeah, I'm sure that it had some kind of effect on you, Sunkissed. Yeah, indecent proposal. That's sure certainly thought provoking. But it's interesting when you bring this up and you talk to people about it. And I've mentioned this before. I can remember watching Johnny Carson one night, and there was a girl on there, a woman on there, and they were arguing. And during the argument, she said to him, "What do you think I am?" And Johnny Carson said, "I know what you are. I'm just wondering what the bottom line is." And there's an element of truth to that. And I tell people all the time, and this is something that's tough to come to grips with. Everybody has a price. What is it? What is it? And when you really think about it in a serious vein, and you watch that movie Indecent Proposal, could anybody survive that, irregardless of the price? Hey, my enemy. I mean, what's the real world ramifications of that? Like, so say lucid, so you do this indecent proposal, you have a realistic, you get a real proposal, right? And you come home and you tell your husband that the guy wants to have intercourse with me. And he says, well, what's he paying? Just jokingly, he doesn't believe it's true. And it's like 500. It's like, no fucking way you do that shit and we'll be divorced. Now, what if it gets up to 2 million? Or what if it gets up to, let's say, 5 million? Now what? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say that. Answer that, will you, Sunkiss? Yeah, they're bored. See, I don't really think it's bored. I think it's you just like looking at. I just think it's biological. Strip clubs. I mean, when I went to a strip club, I mean, I like breasts. I don't want to see like totally nude, and I just like appreciate like a good body. I know it sounds fucking nuts, but to me, it was like a privilege almost that you get to see these young, like great bodies nude. I wasn't interested in like lap dances or getting to know them or this boring chit chat, you know? Yeah, that didn't interest me at all. But I just like seeing like the same reason I watch porn or had dirty magazines. I mean, I could like be in a good relationship and like totally satisfied and still want to see like other women's tits. Yeah, but I would have never believed in a million years at a strip club that like you could never bullshit me like that. Nah, but there's really to me there was really no fancy. I was down in a strip club in around Athens, Alabama. It wasn't in Athens, but around there. And my buddy and I were like talking to these strippers, and they were cute too. And we were drinking. Anyway, long story short, they came out after they closed. We went out to breakfast, and they blew us both in the parking lot. But I never had that happen. And we were talking to them. I kept in touch with one for about a year. And believe it or not, they said that was like fantasies of theirs. They were girlfriends and they'd never done it before. And who knows, they did it afterwards. But that's just so unlikely. It's like, it wouldn't happen again in a million years. Still was like weird. That's all right, hey, Pug. Everyone is different. That's exactly right. They say like if you've ever read a book about geisha girls, most of it's not sex. It's just making men feel like they're the man. Really knowing how to stroke this ego and like make these guys feel like, ass kickers. Yeah, but I don't know any guy that would really believe that. Thank you, Rob. I don't know that any guys would really be stupid enough to believe that strippers would be give a fuck about them. I mean, that's like the oldest trick in the book. Unless you just have to be like a clueless total nerd. I would be surprised. Yeah, I would be. Yeah, they do. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Lucid. Yeah, well, I can help you along. And just call anytime or send an email. I'll help you, Rob. You'll lead a good life. You'll have a really good life if you do that. Listen up. Hey, Sunkiss, do you think it's possible for anybody to sweep you off your feet? And Lucid, do you think you're in any way vulnerable? Do you think you're vulnerable now? Yeah, right, Chief. Oh, okay. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, yeah, send it to me. Hey, Lucid, would you ever consider you're bored? Do you think you get bored, Sunkiss? Oh, gotcha. Do you think that hurt your sex life in any way, Sunkissed? Do you think that jaded you at all? Were you abused as a young kid, young girl? Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Oh, all right. That's interesting. Huh. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I don't know if it was ever prevalent, was it? I don't know if there's any validity to that. You read a lot about, coming from like unstable. I don't know if coming from an unstable house or upbringing is considered abuse. Oh, yeah, I believe that. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. But I don't really think that just because somebody would be like a stripper or an escort, I don't necessarily thinks that makes them great sex partners just by having more experience. My own opinion, I think good sex partners are like born. They're just like that. It's like being a pianist or painter, or fast runner, on a forensic team or anything else. It's just like a ability where you're just better at things than other people. Like and I think with women is like just being uninhibited from day one, creates a lot of that. It's like, no, you didn't read a book, you weren't abused, you didn't have an overbearing father, you're just like sexually like way advanced compared to other people. Gotcha. Do you keep in touch with any ex-strippers? And do you think the way that you met your boyfriend and that the the relationship that developed, had you not been a stripper, if your life would have been a lot different? Do you think there was a consequence of that that wasn't necessarily positive? Yeah, I think you're right, Lucid. Yeah, gotcha. Now, how did that transition go from like patron to living girlfriend? Was that like ever what you maybe deserved or you should have experienced, or were there shortcuts? Oh, good for you. Good. You ought to write a book. I'd read it. Yeah, you were raised really religious. Wasn't even never even a thought. That's interesting. No wonder you're so goddamn horny. Now look, I just see these people, where their sex life goes south in relationships. I just don't know of any surefire way that brings that back other than a bullshit session through counseling. I don't know. Oh, gotcha. Do you think it was like a big part of his attraction was because you were a stripper? And if the same relationship would have prospered had he met you in a different vein? Oh, thank you, Pug. Yeah, no, that's what like the movies and like books and stuff suggest, Lucid. Gotcha. How about this, Sunkiss? Gotcha. Now, if you had, let's take for an example, Sunkiss, if you had a daughter, would you give her your blessings in stripping? Is it because you just think you were fortunate and you understand in a numbers game the likelihood of that happening again with her would be maybe not the same? Probably the same reason I tell women don't get into porn or stripping, because you know what the overall percentages are. And if you had their best interest in mind, why would you, and you knew this, why would you suggest it as a good idea? Yeah, were the club owners creeps? Yeah, gotcha, Lucid. Yeah, certain mindset. Yeah. No, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, everyone's different. Lucid, do you think your life in any way is run by or could be run by guilt? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, feel bad about what they did. Yeah. Lucid, do you think like you still would be easily uh have problems with guilt, stuff that you thought that you shouldn't do, that you did, that it would like drive you nuts? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, good for you, Sunkiss. Oh, okay. Do you miss stripping, Sunkiss? Does it really? No kidding. That's weird. Well, it's not weird, but it's just too bad because it's nothing that you could have done anything about, Lucid. Oh, gotcha. Do you think maturing has given you a better attitude? Or oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. Sunkiss, did you ever have any kind of drug problem as a result of being in that business or drink alcohol problem? Yeah, fast money. Yep, that's right. Oh, okay. Yeah, did you have a dancer named Sunkiss? Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. Star. Good night, Pug. Yeah, go easy is right. Yeah, that's good advice. Oh, God. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it, sweet. Thanks a lot. Thanks. It creates meaning in my mind. Yeah, I really found it interesting as well. Yeah, it was a good time. Oh, that's cool, sweet diva. Wow, that's quite some control you have on the universe. Because Rob told Hey Pug to go easy. I think he assumed that she'd found a pair of dirty underwear. Yeah, well, good for you. Yeah, it's not easy to come by. Yeah, he's very considerate. He's always looking out for other people's feelings. Yeah, that's awesome. We try and keep a positive vibe here. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Well, I think I'm going to go to bed, you guys. This was a good chat. I haven't had one of these in quite a while. Yeah, thanks, Rob. An imposter? Oh, what is that? Good night, Lucid. Rob, you have a good night. Sunkissed, you have a good day tomorrow. Thanks for coming on. Frisky, if you're still out there, she's probably got her 14-inch French tickler going. I'm from Michigan, Detroit. I don't want to miss anybody here. My enemy, you party on. Yeah, thank you. All right, you have a good night, sweet diva. Try not to masturbate all night thinking about me. Oh, weird. Yeah, it seems kind of weird. Yeah, comments are weird. Yeah, level pebble, that's what they call it. I don't think it gets you much money, sweet diva. Yeah, I think I'll get rid of her. Bye, sweet diva. You go bye-bye now. You talk to yourself. Oh, thank you, Sunkiss. Yeah, well, I'll show you that. I'll change that when I turn on the lights. There used to be a guy on radio in Detroit called Alan Allman. He used to just have these women out there by the thousands finger fucking themselves to his voice. And he was very careful to like never put a photo of himself out there. And then he died and they had a picture of him as an obituary. And I always thought to myself that was perfect timing. Because they do kind of like correlate a voice to what you look like. I mean, I had that happen sometimes when I was in business. I mean, I knew what they thought they were going to meet. It wasn't like that. It was kind of a drag, really. I'd have rather sounded like Pee Wee Herman. There would have been no false expectations. Oh, God. Well, have a good night. Thank you, guys. It was good. Had fun on this chat. Have a good day, Sunkissed. You want me to send you a big French tickler and a unnamed, no return address brown wrapper if things get bad? Just fire away. I'll make it look like a package of Slim Jims. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you'd want to see that, Scarny. Yeah, I don't want to give you a heart attack. All right, well, take care, you guys. You guys have a good day tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Just let me know. I'll be glad to do it. All right, take care, guys. Talk to you later.